Thanking Florida Southern because they were able to provide a style of defense because we don't play it like they do. It's something new, and so when you run offense against a certain kind of defense, you get certain looks. When you play a team that plays like they do, a lot of pressure, extending, a lot of deny defense, you get different looks. We don't get those kind of looks in practice very often because of the way we play defense. So that early portion was the turnovers were a direct result of their good pressure on us. And when you play a team as small as they are, you have to match them. Basketball is about matchups, and who guards who is very important. And so what ended up happening, even though we had all those big guys on the bench, I actually took Raphael out for us to go smaller and play mostly with 4 guards and a forward, because those are the better matchups for us. It took us a little while to get used to backdooring as often as we did. Trey McKinney-Jones got a couple of nice backdoors. We were able to get a couple of driving layups, and probably the best thing when a team is pressuring, you got to attack the basket and get to the foul line. We got to the foul line 37 times. So as many times we turned it over in the first half, 10, which is way too many. But in the second half, we only turned it over 7. That's much better. We're trying to get to 10, 11, 12. That's probably not going to happen for a while we're trying to not only learn the new offense, but learn about each other. The thing about playing with other players is you learn their strengths and their weaknesses. And as a coach, while I'm learning their strengths and weaknesses, it's got to be under game conditions. We can't just do it under practice because every opponent is so different. If the next time out we play a very big team, then we've got to make those adjustments. If we play a team that zones, we've got to make those adjustments. So there's a lot of things we're learning to do, and tonight was a very good test for us. Malcolm and Duran showed a lot of their experience tonight. Garius was huge in the second half when he made those 3 threes, and being shorthanded, there's a very good side to that. Everybody got a lot of minutes, so I can judge them, and we can see a lot of their performance on tape for the next day.
What stood out to you? As you were out there watching, what were you thinking about your team?
That it's a challenge to prepare for every different kind of an opponent when you only had a couple of weeks practice. If they had thrown a different kind of press at us, or if they had thrown some kind of zone defense that we haven't seen in practice yet, you can't practice everything in 3 weeks. But by the time, you hope, by the time conference play rolls around. But our preparation for an in-season game, a non-conference game, at least you have some videotape and you can kind of see the way the opponent plays.
Are you happy at all that Florida Southern challenged you to
I think it was very important. The one thing that we need is to face enough adversity that we can get better, to learn from our own mistakes, find out what our own weaknesses are. But you'd like to learn them in victory. So we did. We probably were behind 3/4 of the game, maybe even more. And yet we're able to still come from behind and make some key baskets and key stops to win the game. So our guys probably feel good that they won. And some of the things, like our field goal percentage was 42%. We need to do a little better job there. 30% from 3 is exactly what we'd like to accomplish, 30% or lower. And then the rebound battle, we lost 34-31, but we had fewer assists than them, which we'd like to change that, and they had 1 more turnover, which was good. We had 10 steals, which I like. A good learning experience for us tonight.
What would you say, just on first glance of the team tonight, what's a strength and what's a weakness?
I think our strengths right now is the team is practicing hard and wanting to do things the way the coaches are asking. I think our weakness is we have still so much to put in and learn that there are going to be times we just don't function that well. Nobody's fault, just some things take longer to learn than others.
What do you want to get done in the next 10 days?
I'm sorry?
What do you want to get done in the next 10 days?
Well, we got a lot of things to put in. You know, we talked to players immediately afterwards, and just got a lot of work to do.
Systematically and schematically, how far along are they percentage the way they're 5, 10, 15%? How far along are they?
That's a hard number to come up with. I don't really know.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right,